Have you ever wanted to go big in the fart scene?
Please.
Well, let me introduce you to Roland the Farter, the first professional flatulist. Now, back in the day, royalty didn't have unrestricted access to the internet at a young age, so patriarchs had to settle for other forms of entertainment. This is where hotshot farting legend Roland the Farter comes into the historical record. Every year at King Henry II's Christmas party, Roland did a dance that concluded with a simultaneous whistle jump fart. Unfortunately for us, witness accounts are a little vague, so I'll recreate the scene for the sake of clarity. Similar to comedians today, royal fools could get cancelled. While they were given privilege to mock the crown without punishment, there's some people who push the limits, a notable one being Tribulate. While trying to ease some tension in the court of Francis I, Tribulate came up with a fantastic solution. The king got really upset and threatens to execute Tribulate. Luckily, the court found his baba and managed to calm him down a little bit, and Francis told Tribulate that he'd forgive him if he came up with an apology more offensive than the initial crime. Tribulate responds by saying, "I am so sorry, Your Majesty. I didn't recognize you. I thought you were the queen." The king gets super pissed off again and reinstates the punishment, but allows Tribulate to pick his method of execution. He picks to die of old age. And then the king says, "Man, that was really funny. That's quite the knee slapper. Just get out of here, man. Go on, scram. Get out!" Alright, so way back in the day, people with deformities were traded around like Pokemon cards. If someone was unable to work due to a disability, their prospects were very dim unless they secured work in entertainment. This was the case for one Jeffrey Hudson, who suffered from a unique form of dwarfism, making him proportionally small. At the age of 7, his father presented him to the Duchess of Buckingham in hopes he'd live a comfortable life. "Okay, I'll trade you my Blue Eyes White Dragon for your 1999 first edition Shadowless holographic Charizard." Yeah, no, Blue Eyes isn't even a Pokemon. "Alright, I'll throw in my son. Deal." His service to the Duchess was short-lived. A few months later, the Duchess entertained the king and queen with a banquet. She had Hudson burst out of a pie in a little suit of armor, waving around a little sword. The queen thought this was the funniest shit she had ever seen, so she automatically hired Hudson to join her at court. Hudson and the queen quickly became really good friends, and this allowed Hudson to branch out to do other things. He became an expert marksman, knight of the English court, captain of the guard, and eventually advisor to the queen. All of these accomplishments elevated his status, so he no longer took short jokes from nobody. However, on one fateful day, a courtier ignored this and insulted Hudson, so he challenged him to a duel. The guy pulls up, still thinking this whole situation is sort of a joke, so he comes in brandishing a large squirt gun. The opponents take their places, Hudson takes a deep breath, and the duel begins. Hudson's adversary takes the first shot. He misses. Hudson retaliates by fatally shooting him in the head. Unfortunately for Hudson, dueling was illegal in France, and the man he killed was the brother of the Queen's Baron, William Craft. He was found guilty of murder and sentenced to death. Luckily, the Queen intervened and was able to send him back to England, where he was expelled from court. Hudson got up to some more wacky antics later in life, but they go beyond the scope of this video, so I'll leave you guys with his tombstone. I don't know about y'all, but I think this is the best inscription I've ever seen. Anyways, thanks for joining me in the Goon Cave, and I'll see you around.